Hello and welcome back to the second half of our doubleheader here at Glenara Sports and Aquatic Centre for the final round of the BigV Championship season. It's the McKinnon Cougars against the Western Port Steelers. The Cougars sitting second on the ladder against Western Port, all the way down in 12, but have been much better as the season has gone on. Daniel Gianchero here, along with Morgan Edwards. Morgan, what do we reckon is going to happen in this one? We had a sort of top of the table, bottom of the table clash in the last game of this doubleheader. Very similar in this one. What can we expect here?
Well, Western Port have a chance here to play spoiler. As you mentioned, they've had a tough season, currently in the bottom of the table, but they have a chance here to ruin McKinnon's opportunity to host a home final here. So playing with nothing to lose, that's always a dangerous combination, and I wouldn't be surprised if they give a good fight here to McKinnon. On the other hand, McKinnon playing really with something on the line and a chance to play here again at GSAC in the finals. So I think we're in store for a good game here.
It's going to be a tough one for the Cougars to come out on top. There's a team with everything on the line to try and get a home final next week, and then a team with nothing to lose. Season's over. Like, what can we do here? So getting ready to get started here. It's the McKinnon Cougars in the maroon red heading to your right of screen, and the Western Port Steelers in the white heading to your left of screen. Starters on the call for the Cougars are Steve Wooten, Mitch Barry, Shaquille Maharaj, Levi Smith and Adam Anderson. And for the Western Port Steelers, we've got Paul Brotherson, Jake McCauley, Matthew Theobald, Liam Ingram and Russell Permenter. McKinnon Cougars control the tip to start this one, and we've got a deflection. We're going to resume baseline out of bounds. Cougars ball, 16 left on the clock. It's Levi Smith, corner three. No worries at all to get this one started. He opens up his account, the account for the game and the account for the Cougars. 3-zip to get started.
And picking up where he left off in their prior matchup, 5 for 8 from 3, and get things started right away.
And right back at you. Right back at you is Jake McCauley, the captain. Wanted to get those 3 points right back. He does so immediately as Mitch Barry flies down the lane with the left hand and gets all the way to the rim.
Yeah, quick pace on both ends of the court so far.
A no-look pass, couldn't find its target. Shaquille Maharaj with it away. He lets a three go early. No good on that occasion. Couldn't come up with a D board, deflected out of bounds by the Steelers. McKinnon basketball, 14 left on the clock. Ball in the hands of Anderson. Finds Steve Wooten Jr. Elbow action, a little bit of heel-toe on the catch. Couldn't get it to go. We go the other way with Western Port. McCauley's kicked out to Brotherson. He tries a three. No good. Steve Wooten Jr. with the rebound. Adam Anderson, a deep three to get going. He gets that one to go, and it's a 4-point play opportunity. He's fouled on the shot. He's going to go to the line for one.
And likewise, picking up where he left off. He was also 5 for 7 from 3 in their prior matchup. So the two snipers from last game, Levi Smith and Adam Anderson, doing what they do, hitting threes early.
Now the Cougars, only 6th in the league in 3-point attempts and only 4th in 3-point percentage, but the dynamic trio, if you will, of Adam Anderson, Steve Wooten Jr. and Shaquille Maharaj really test the opposition teams with their 3-point shooting.
Absolutely. All three shooting above 37% from 3 on high volume.
It's down to 7 seconds now on the shot clock. McCauley couldn't get it to go. Deflected out of bounds by the Cougars. Going to stay Western Port ball on their baseline, 14 seconds. A little bit of disruption here from the Cougars. Shot clock's down to 6. Corner 3, long 2 if you rather. McCauley comes up with the O board, gets that one to go for 2.
McCauley's been very active here, the captain for Western Port, setting the tone early.
Mitchell Barry gets Shaquille Maharaj downhill. Knew he was fouled in the process. Threw it up at the rim, and he's going to go to the line for 2 here.
And that pitch handoff is a really tough action to guard. Traditionally, the handoff's on the wing, but the guard-to-guard handoff where one guy gets downhill with a head of steam, a personal favorite of mine
Yeah.
while playing, and certainly tough to guard when you have someone like Shaq coming downhill.
Very common in Australian basketball at the moment. Very much used in the NBL. Melbourne United, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix used it a lot to get going downhill, and prominent action here tonight already with the Cougars. As a second free throw, no good, and Cougars hop back into a little bit of a zone here. Very active 3-2 as they try and find Permenter down low. Not happy with the contact, but it's going to be a turnover. It's going to be a Cougars ball.
Yeah, interesting look there on the defensive end by McKinnon, playing, as you said, a 2-3/3-2, but very active in it.
They go under the handoff now. Shaquille Maharaj with the three-point attempt, no good. Macaulay picks up the rebound. And down the other end, trying to get some action happening here. They find Permenter in the post. It's eventually kicked out. Swung around the horn to Macaulay. Couldn't get that three-point to go, and Steve Wooten Jr. pulls down the rebound. Wants to go himself here. Found Adam Anderson in the corner. Shot clock down to 10 now. Maharaj against Permenter, gets all the way to the rim. Levi Smith in the corner, just where he hit his first one. Second one is good. He's 2 from 2 from outside.
Yeah, beautiful basketball. Shaq saw the mismatch, pulled it out, drove baseline, and finds Levi Smith for another corner three.
Not selfish at all there. A lot of the times we see a mismatch happen on the court and we think it's my time, but saw the rotation and we saw a spin move just there by Permenter. Way to get away from Steve Wooten Jr. Reverse layup is good. And as I was saying, Morgan, there's just the... You don't have to take it yourself if it's a mismatch. If the help D comes, Shaq Maharaj saw that and he found Levi Smith in the corner. It's great basketball. And speaking of great basketball, Mitch Barry walks into the paint, but also walks into the bottom of the rim with the basketball. Couldn't get that one to go. And Levi Smith wanted the touchdown pass. Thought about doing his best Josh Allen impression, but couldn't get it without shuffling the feet.
Hey, I'm just impressed by that reference right there.
You're welcome.
I think that's the first footy reference that hasn't involved holding or St. Kilda or something along those lines. So appreciate the NFL shout out.
You're welcome. Happy to be here. More where that came from. Don't you worry about that. As a turnaround, Jay, for Brotherson is good. Western Port back into a 2-3 zone here. They find Adam Anderson in the corner. That corner is hot, Morgan Edwards.
Absolutely, and 2-3 zone's a tough look against a team like McKinnon with snipers all over, and McKinnon immediately make them pay.
It's that right-hand corner. Levi Smith with 2 threes. Adam Anderson with 1. And Western Port trying to get a three-point barrage of their own, not to be on that occasion. Adam Anderson thought about it in transition. Kick out to Shaq Maharaj. Puts the head down. Tried to find Adam Anderson, but taken away, as was the no-look pass by Theobald. Maharaj back to Levi. Steve Wooten Jr. 1-on-1 on the wing against Ingram. Kick back out to Mitch Barry now. 12 seconds left to play on the shot clock. Adam Anderson on the drive. Lefty layup, no good. Shaq Maharaj with the offensive rebound putback.
Yeah, tough move there by Adam Anderson. Wasn't able to finish, and Shaq on cleanup duty.
And we've already seen a couple of Euro steps here tonight, but Ingram doing his best Euro impression. Yes, we're multicultural here. We've got European impressions, we've got NFL impressions.
I mean, what can't you do?
Well, Steve Wooten Jr., what can't he do is he lets one go for 3 and opens up his account from outside. Steelers trying to find an opening against this zone here. Macaulay with the pull-up J, no good. Ingram hustled for the rebound, comes up with it Macaulay, and gets another 2 to go.
And he's kept them in the game on the offensive end so far, looking for his shot, being aggressive, and knocking him down.
It's 21 plays 13 here. Just a tick under 4 minutes, or tick bang on 4 minutes if you don't mind, left in this one, and I think we've got an early timeout here. Didn't catch who called it, but I believe it's Coach Adam Walsh of the McKinnon Cougars. Maybe just to settle things here, make sure they know the zone offense, make sure they can get some cleaner looks. They've already got 3 turnovers here, the Cougars, 4 for the Steelers. A little bit scrappy, but they've already managed 21 points in 6 minutes.
Yeah, blistering start from McKinnon behind the arc, 5 for 7 from 3. And they're a dangerous team to stop offensively, especially when they get going. The three-headed monster of Adam Anderson, Steve Wooten Jr., and Shaq Maharaj, all north of 20 points per game on the season. And they're all doing their thing already. All 5 starters for McKinnon have scored. And we're only 6 minutes into the game.
And you couple that three-headed monster with Mr. Fix-It in Mitch Barry. 11 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, 7 assists per game. Does a bit of everything and leads this outfit from the front as the captain of the team. No fouls yet on the McKinnon side of things. 2 team fouls for Western Port. And we're going to resume Western Port basketball. I will retract my earlier statement. The timeout was Western Port. It was Coach Carl Lowe. They're trying to get some action here, but they go with the baseline drive of Paul Brotherson. He gets that one to go with the left hand.
Yeah, strong move to the baseline there, and a nice 2-foot finish by Brotherson. Gets himself going.
Swing around the horn now. Look a little more organized against this 2-3 zone. Adam Anderson, step back 3. No good. Levi Smith tried the O board. Couldn't come up with it. Ingram on the push now. Euro step, no good. Steve Wooten Jr. on the rebound. Maharaj on the take. Thought he was fouled. Referees didn't think so themselves. But we go the other way, and it's a pull-up 3 for Permenter. No good, and Levi Smith pulls down the rebound.
And only a 6-point margin. It feels like McKinnon have been in the driver's seat in this one, but just a 2-possession game.
That's the power of the 3-point game now, Morgan. It used to be a 3-possession game, but now it's great defense from McCauley all over Steve Wooten Jr.
Yeah, active hands. Big size advantage from Wooten Jr., but McCauley using his low center of mass and quick hands to make Wooten Jr. uncomfortable.
As Theobald and Brotherson take a rest in this one for Western Port. It's Jack Gaze. And I believe it's Matthew McAuliffe coming in to replace them. Mitch Barry taking an early rest, replaced by Nick Woodall for the Cougars. Kicked it out to Gaze. Couldn't hold on to it with the pass back. Nick Woodall on the push now. Finds Adam Anderson. Thought about the 3. Skips it to Levi, who found Steve Wooten Jr. Pull up 2. Money.
Yeah, great ball movement there by McKinnon. Adam Anderson probably had a 3, but gave it up cross court for a better shot, and Levi with the swing. And Wooten Jr. finds himself wide open for 2.
Great ball movement from the Cougars. As does Western Port right now. And against 2 Cougars, McAuliffe gets that up and under the go.
Yeah, sweet finish.
Steve Wooten Jr. on the drive now. Wraparound pass to Woodall. Finds Levi Smith. How about the other corner? No worries at all. Give me the ball. I'll shoot it.
Levi Smith likes playing against Western Port. I think it's safe to say. Combined in the 2 games so far, 8 3-pointers made, and we're only through 5 quarters.
McCauley on the turnaround, Jay. Touches about every part of the rim. Eventually goes in, and he will help himself to 2 more points.
Talk about a friendly roll.
Levi Smith finds Steve Wooten Jr. at the free throw line. Step back, Jay. No good on that occasion. Nick Woodall trying to chase down the rebound. Eventually keeps it in Cougars' hands. Some more subs here as Liam Ingram checks out. Ben James coming in for his first minutes. And it's Shaq Maharaj taking a rest for Luke Painenborg, who comes in for this one. Levi Smith try putting the ball on the floor off the feet of a couple of Western Port players just then. Resume baseline ball, McKinnon Cougars. Steve Wooten Jr. from the car park. Eventually bounces in. Shooter's roll, shooter's night, Morgan.
Well, it's only fair if Western Port can get it on that end and McKinnon get a nice roll on the other end.
And McAuliffe tried the long two. Again, just about every part of the rim and bounced out. Maybe it's just the one end that has the shooter's rolls. Nick Woodall eventually finds his way to the bucket, up and under Permenter, and gets that one to go.
Nice finish by Nick Woodall. Crowded in the paint, and he was able to carve out a window of space to kiss it off the glass.
Nick Woodall usually a little low in this McKinnon Cougars rotation, but found a way to get some early minutes here and definitely making use of them early on. 3 seconds left. Adam Anderson tries the bank shot. Jack Gaze, touchdown, turnover on downs. It's 31 plays 21 at the end of this first quarter. High scoring affair early on, and it's just a double-digit lead. 10 points the way of the McKinnon Cougars.
Yeah, solid effort by both teams so far, and similar to what I said a few minutes ago, it really feels like McKinnon are dominating this game, and they do have a 10-point lead to show for it, but Western Port's certainly not out of this and getting what they want on the offensive end as well. Would like to tighten up the defense and especially the three-point defense against McKinnon, but they've been executing as well on offense, getting to the basket, also hitting from the outside, and should be an interesting one.
Well, it's that three-point shooting for the Cougars, and if you're a Western Port or a Western Port fan, I wouldn't be too worried right now. Just 1 of 7 from the three-point line for the Steelers, and conversely, 7 of 11 from outside the three for the McKinnon Cougars so far in this one.
A total reversal from the first game today when the two-point shooting percentage was not very high for McKinnon in the state champ women's action that came before this, but a reversal here. McKinnon coming out very hot in the first quarter, shooting the ball extremely well.
Both teams shooting it quite well from the field, but it's a three-point percentage separating these two teams now. 6 assists for the Cougars on 11 made baskets, and just a 1 assist so far for Western Port. And it's 4 Cougars steals for 5 Steelers turnovers.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what kind of defensive adjustments Western Port make if they stick in the 2-3 zone here. As we said, McKinnon shooting the ball extremely well from 3. And I wonder if Western Port will step away from that 2-3 zone because of that.
Well, we'll see what happens as we get ready to get started in this second quarter here. It's going to be Western Port ball to get us underway. You start with McCauley. Trying to find some room against this Cougars defense. No change in lineup for the Cougars and none just yet for the Steelers. As Permenter gets the up and under on the spin move, and he's fouled, so he's going to go to the line for one more.
Nice move by Permenter in the post. That's the second time he spun baseline and found success doing that.
As he's good on the free throw, Levi Smith got the ball handling duties here with Mitch Barry out of the lineup. Very quick action. They find Steve Wooten Jr. on the low block here. Pull up Jay. No good, but it's pulled back down by Levi Smith. Steve Wooten Jr. on the shot clock. couldn't get it to go. Levi Smith, kick out to Anderson. Another corner three, no good. Ben James, nice pass inside for Matthew McAuliffe.
I have no idea how that pass got through.
I didn't even see it at all. I'm very impressed. I'm not even mad, that's amazing. Steve Wooten Jr. all the way to the rim, over two Steelers, gets it back and fouled in the process. I think he's going to go to the line for two. Charge, I believe. I'm sorry, Morgan, I've lied to you and I've lied to everyone listening at home. And a platoon swap here for the Cougars. We're going to get to see Mitchell Barry and Shaq Maharaj check back into this game. And the big 7-footer, his first minutes of the game, Jordan Vandenberg, comes in for this one. McCauley checks out for the Steelers. We've got Brotherson, James, McAuliffe, and Gaze on the court. And speaking of the court, Nick Woodall goes all the way the length of the court for two.
Yeah, nice active hands on the defensive end by McKinnon. Not making anything easy for Westernport attacking this 2-3 zone.
Thought about the long two. Defers to McAuliffe. He gets a three to go and brings it back to a 4-point game.
And that three-point ball keeping Westernport hanging around.
Middle ball screen action with JVB. Shaq Maharaj tries it on Brotherson. No good. Permentarala gets the block and gets the D board. Other end of the floor, and Jordan Vandenberg sent that one right against the backboard. Definitely some contact in it. Jordan Vandenberg didn't think so, but we're going to have Brotherson heading to the line for two.
A slight change in momentum here. Westernport getting out in transition.
Some more subs here for the Steelers. Matthew Turner heads in for his first minutes, replacing Russell Permenter. No issues for Brotherson at the line. Shooting it at just over 75% from the line this year. Some more zone action here for the Steelers. Staying in the 2-3, still very active. Finds Nick Woodall at the nail. Trying to find some space here. Eventually gets it to Adam Anderson from the three. The same side corner. No worries at all for Adam Anderson.
Yeah, great off-ball movement by Adam Anderson. As a shooter, he knows how to create space for himself, and he was moving that whole play with eyes on that.
Speaking of shooters, Jack Gaze tries to go the other way. Couldn't get that one to go. Trying to find an opening here, the Cougars. Ball deflected out of Nick Woodall's hands, and 7 seconds left on the shot clock as Youth League prodigy Nathan Raymond heads in for his first minutes in this one, replacing Adam Anderson.
Under the coaching of a Youth League coaching legend, I might add. My partner in the broadcasting booth.
Nick Woodall tries to find some room there. Thought he was fouled, and there might be a foul just as the shot clock expires, and it's going to be on Matthew Turner as Nick Woodall's going to head to the line for two. Yes, Nathan Raymond, starting point guard in the Youth League men, and hell of an athlete. Great to see him get some opportunity here in the championship men team. Nick Woodall's good on the first free throw attempt. Just 53% from the foul line this season. And now that I've said it, let's see if the commentating curse is alive and well. I'm happy to say it is not.
Woodall's been great off the bench tonight. contributing in a few different ways. He's been great as a steadying presence in the high posts and making good decisions.
McAuliffe's going to take a rest here for the Steelers. Liam McDonald checking in for his first minutes in this one. Some full court pressure here for the Cougars, trying to worry the Steelers out a little bit. Steve Wooten Jr. checking back in for this one, relieving Nick Woodall of his duties for the moment. So all athletes stepped on the floor already, just about. Nathan Josh McQueen of the Cougars and Tristan Windsor of the Steelers. Is that three-point attempt no good as Jordan Vandenberg pulls that one down? Mitch Barry down the other end with a head full of steam. Shaq Maharaj trying to put the moves on what it seems to be the entire Steelers defense. Finds Jordan Vandenberg underneath. Maybe a little low for him to catch that one all the way at 7'2". But the Steelers go the other way. Ball in the hands of James. High-low action. Tried to find Turner on the roll. A little overzealous on the pass was Brotherson, and we're going to go back the way of the Cougars. Action being orchestrated here by point guard Nathan Raymond. They eventually find Steve Wooten Jr. underneath. And he gets that one to go for two. Jack Gay is caught in the corner, guarded by Nathan Raymond. On the drive was James. Fed it out to Gaze, and Gaze catches shoot three.
And that's what Jack Gaze does. 61% of his shots on the season coming from beyond the arc.
Speaking of shooters, Steve Wooten Jr. says we'll take those 3 points right back.
And that's how you answer. Too much space, hands are down as a shooter, you rise up and shoot it.
Lead is back to 9 here for the Cougars. 43 plays 34. Jack Gaze goes 2 in a row. Couldn't get it to go. Kicked out to James. Gaze fires again. Gets that one to go. He's 2 of 3 from outside now.
2 for a dollar. If you miss the first, why not? Shoot the second.
Shooter's going to shoot. As Mitch Barry gets all the way down the lane in between the Steelers' defense, eventually keeps the ball in Cougars' hands. We're going to have a foul on the Steelers. Baseline out of bounds ball. Jordan Vandenberg is going to check out of the game. As did Nathan Raymond. We're going to have Shu Romance checking in for his first minutes, as does Josh McQueen for the Cougars, but not before we have a timeout called by the Steelers. So it was all the way back, rather, at the start of April in round 2 that these teams last met, Morgan, and we mentioned the shooting barrage of threes between a few players on the Cougars outfit. It was McKinnon that came away with the win in that one, 115-84. They had a 40-point quarter in the first, 40-19 in the first corner of that matchup the way of the Cougars. It was Adam Anderson with 26 points, 5 of 7 from 3, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals, stuff in the stat sheet all over the shop. And Levi Smith with 17 points, 5 of 8 from outside. And Steve Wooten Jr. said, you know what, I'll go 24 points to 6 rebounds if you don't mind.
Yeah, and that'll lead to a win like 115-84, that kind of production, stuffing the stat sheet, as you said. And for Westernport, they took a beating in that game and currently without 2 of their 3 leading scorers in that game. So certainly in a hole here, but showing that they still put up a fight. I mean, only down 6 with just over 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter, and they're certainly in this game and giving McKinnon everything they can handle.
And definitely fighting in this one. In that last matchup, they only managed to sink 6 3-pointers. They've got 4 already so far in this one. And that was when Anthony Kimball was wearing a white uniform. He now wears an orange all the way down in Blackburn. Not quite around the corner from Western Port. as Steve Wooten Jr. finds Shaq Maharaj in the corner. Rebound hustled by Hugh Romance, picked up by Steve Wooten Jr. And they get it to go for another 2 points. No good on the up and under was Brotherson, but it was fouled in the attempt, and the Steelers are going to go to the line for 2, trying to bring this lead back to 6. First free throw is good for Brotherson. Second one, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Hugh Romance. Sticking with the 2-3 zone here at Western Port. Ball in the hands of Josh McQueen. Finds Steve Wooten Jr. on the nail. Kick back out to McQueen. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Barry finds Romance down low. Blocked. Blocked again, and maybe a foul. No. It's going to be 2 blocks. 2 blocks to the name of Russell Permenter. Hugh Romance travelled on the attempt to try and get a shot up there.
Well, that's one way to get the stats up. Maximize as many blocks in one possession as you can.
And getting shots up is Jack Gaze. No good on that 3-point attempt. He's 2 of 4 from outside now. Steve Wooten Jr. trapped on the ball screen. Maharaj thought he had Romance in the corner, but committed to the cut, and the ball goes right over the head of a spectator.
And just a little bit of a different defensive coverage that Western Port threw out there. A very hard hedge by Permenter and forces an errant pass.
Nice drive and nice finish by Liam McDonald on the lefty lane. Shaq Maharaj, no good on his 3-point attempt. Kick out. Drive now by McDonald. Trying to find an opening here, closely defended by Barry. Jack Gaze thought about it, strokes it, no problem at all from 3. Jack Gaze, his 3rd 3 of the night.
Yeah, he's feeling it. He's full of confidence right now, catching it. Not necessarily even a wide open shot, but when you're in a zone, you're ready.
The Cougars try and get it right back. It's deflected out of bounds by Western Port, and it's going to stay Cougars basketball. Hugh Romance going to take a rest now. Levi Smith coming back into this one. Ball's into Shaq Maharaj. And an ill-advised turnover by the Cougars. Going to go back the way of Western Port. And they have a chance to tie or take the lead all of a sudden.
They've been hanging around just enough.
Permenter, bothered by Steve Wooten Jr. on that one. Wanted the foul and asking the referees if they could have a closer look. 16 left on the shot clock. They find Gaze in the corner. McDonald atop the 3. Gaze on the cut, trying it inside the paint now. No good, and taken away by Josh McQueen. Junior defers to Barry outside. His 3-point attempt is good, and the Cougars continue the hot streak from outside.
A nice simple basketball. Drive and kick. Getting back to the basics for McKinnon, resulting in a wide open 3.
It's going to be Jack Gaze and Liam McDonald checking out of this one and be replaced by Captain Jake McCauley and Liam Ingram. McCauley sat for an extended period of time, but glad to see him back in action here for Western Port. Ingram thought about it. Defers to McCauley, but I think we've got a foul before that on the floor. Levi Smith picking up the foul, and now the Steelers going to head to the line for 2 bonus free throws. Trying to bring this back to a 3-point deficit.
It's been all offense in this first half from both teams.
Theobald gets that first one to go. Second one is good. 72% foul shooter on the season. Adam Anderson in the corner again. No problem at all. Pick it up from where he left off. Adam Anderson lighting it up from outside in this one. Permenter down low. Couldn't get it to go and tapped out of bounds by the Steelers. Cougars ball going the other way. 51 plays 45, just under a minute play now. Steve Wooten Jr. kick out to Shaq Maharaj. Levi Smith in the corner again. Defers to Anderson. Dropped the catch. Was going to let that one fly. The Cougars lost control of it, and Western Port have an opportunity to bring this deficit down once again.
Yeah, just a little bit out of sorts. I mean, McKinnon obviously scoring well, but could have even put up probably 60 or 65 in this first half if not for some uncharacteristic turnovers.
Three-point attempt. No good for Ingram, and we've got a foul, I think, on the rebound. It's going to be Levi Smith who picks up the foul, and bonus free throws for Western Port. First one is good for Theobald. No good on the second. Western Port currently winning this quarter by 5. Shot clock and game clock separated by about 3 and a bit seconds. Mitch Barry defers to Anderson, the other corner. No good. Levi Smith with the rebound. 7 more seconds to play with. Steve Wooten Jr. catch and shoot 3. No good. Permenter pulled it down. And then a late foul. Mitch Barry couldn't get his hands out in time, and Western Port going to walk the length of the floor to shoot 2 more.
And that's just an unnecessary, silly foul when you're in the bonus. I mean, if he makes a 30-meter shot, you live and tip your cap and go to the halftime locker room. But to foul 86 feet from the bucket, coach's nightmare.
I'm not sure if he was just trying to contest the ball or take the ball away from them, but inadvertent or not, we do have Permenter shooting foul shots. As both free throws good for him. Shaq Maharaj, touchdown pass for Adam Anderson. No problem at all. The Hail Mary pays off. Touchdown pass, Shaq Maharaj. Walk-off touchdown. Bottom right corner of the end zone. Adam Anderson, thanks for coming.
Yeah, shades of Christian Laettner and Duke in the 90s. Full court, one-arm baseball pass, and that's quite a way to come back after giving up 2 free throws to cut it to a 1-possession game, then to hit a 3, make it back to a 2-possession game. That's a big momentum boost.
I was really thinking That looked a lot like Debo Samuel in the playoffs, but either or. It's a good way to finish the half if you're a Cougars fan. It's 54 plays 48. The way of the Cougars against Western Port Steelers. Morgan Edwards, Daniel Giancino with you. We'll see you back after the break. Hello and welcome back to the second half of the second leg of our Big V Championship doubleheader, the final round of your Big V action for the regular season action rather for the 2024 season. Daniel Giancino here, Morgan Edwards alongside me. Getting ready to get going in this second half. It's the McKinnon Cougars 54 up against the Western Port Steelers 48 in this one, in a tightly contested, high-scoring affair, which is quite often the case here at GSAC, the home of the McKinnon Cougars. What do you make of the first half so far, Morgan?
Well, strong showing by Western Port, currently last in the league in points per game at 83.5, and they've already put up 48 through this first half. So if they continue at this pace, I mean, they'll surely give McKinnon a fight. McKinnon doing what they do. They've got 54 at the half, and they can score. It's just a matter of who can get more stops here in the second.
Well, we mentioned last time out it was the three-point shooting that let the Steelers down in their last matchup in round 2. Only made the 6 3-point shots in that game. They're already up to 5 of 16, but it's been the three-point barrage of the McKinnon Cougars, who are 12 of 23 from outside in this one. And unfortunately, the Cougars throw it away in the first possession to get us going here in the second half, and can't get off to a good start. And it's going to be the Western Port Steelers to take this away. Sideline out of bounds, 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Inbound to Theobald. Tries to get it to Ingram and does. On the drive to Maharaj. Couldn't get it to Permenta. Deflected out of bounds. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Western Port ball baseline. Long 2 attempt is good by Paul Brotherson. He gets us away here in the act of scoring in this second half. It's the 4-point lead of the Cougars. Moving screen called on the Cougars. I believe that's going to be on Shaq Maharaj. We're going to go the other end. Western Port ball.
2 turnovers to start the second half for McKinnon. Not exactly an ideal start.
Not quite what Coach Adam Walsh would have drawn up in the locker room, so let's hope they can fix that here as Levi Smith gets a deflection. McCauley trying to put the moves on Levi Smith and does. Kicks it out. Ingram on the baseline drive. Floater. Good on the right hand. Right as the shot clock expires. Brotherson's hit the deck quite hard. Gets up fine. It took him just a little longer than usual.
And this is the danger of playing a team with confidence. Western Port, as we said, coming into this game, bottom of the table. But now they go in 2-point game with half the game remaining, and all of a sudden you say, oh, we could play with these guys. And that's a dangerous thing to let a team who's probably out of it, feeling like, oh, we got destroyed the first time, and now all of a sudden you say, well, we can hang with these guys.
Well, a team with nothing to lose right now, playing like they belong in finals contention. Steve Wooden Jr. putting the moves on all of Western Port with his pivots. Couldn't get the righty hook to go. And now the Steelers come the other way with a chance to tie it up or take the lead, but it's deflected out of bounds. It'll remain Western Port ball. 17 left on the shot clock for them. Working around the horn, ball in the hands of Ingram. Now McCauley, long 2. Couldn't get it to go, and Theobald chases down the rebound. Kick back out to Ingram. Left-hand drive, right-hand finish. Foul on the floor, Shaq Maharaj, and Ingram's going to head to the line for 2.
And Western Port taking control in the second half. They've certainly been the aggressor, playing with a lot more energy than McKinnon, and wouldn't be surprised if we see a timeout to regroup here soon by McKinnon.
Ingram gets that second one to go, just a 57% free throw shooter on the season. Ball handling duties here for Mitchell Barry. Zone action continuing here for the Steelers. Trying to work their way through and get it inside. Steve Wooten Jr. says, I'll take the 3. Shaq Maharaj on the offensive attempt. Blocked. And blocked again by Permenter. 4 blocks on the night already. Going to be an offensive foul on the moving screen and a little bit of argy-bargy afterwards.
Well, it looked like Permenter put a knee into, I believe it was Adam Anderson on the ground while he was laying there, and that was unnecessary. Surprised that wasn't a flagrant, but a little extracurricular activity.
Just a little bit extracurricular, not too far down the spectrum just yet. So referees letting the athletes play through it just for the moment. A little bit of emotional and competitive sport. Never hurt anyone. Let's kick out. Levi Smith, corner 3 again. How about the other end? Couldn't quite get it to go. And Shaq Maharaj, the offensive rebound and putback, couldn't get it to go. And Steelers on the other end with an opportunity to take the lead. Ball back in the hands of McCauley. Middle ball screen with Brotherson. Switched on to Shaq Maharaj. Theobald looking, shooting, no good. A little bit short on that 3-point attempt. Mitch Barry pulls down the rebound. Shaq Maharaj on the drive. Just found a foot of a Western Port player on the way through. It's going to stay McKinnon ball. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Kicked out to Levi Smith in the corner. Step through layup is good. Right over the hands of Permenter.
Yeah, nice move by Levi Smith. Patient in the paint, finishing off 2 feet.
McCauley, pull up 3. No good. We got a foul on the rebound. It's Permenter on the hold. It's going to be McKinnon basketball. It's 3rd foul on Russell Permenter, and we suspect Matthew Turner's going to check back into the game quite shortly to replace him. Doesn't want to pick up a 4th this early on in the contest. Steve Wooten Jr. on the pull-up, blocked by Ingram. They're away, McCauley, pull-up 3. Short on that one again. Theobald with the offensive rebound, but taken away by Levi Smith. Both teams playing with a bit of urgency, but not much patience on either side. As Mitch Barry tries to put the moves on Permenter. Pull up Jay, no good. Rebound by Theobald. Kick to Brotherson. Lefty layup is good down the lane, and the lead's back to 1 for the Cougars.
And just a different level of intensity after this halftime break by Westernport, really taking it to McKinnon, and you can see the energy and the attentiveness here transfers over to the defensive end as well.
Mitch Barry on the spin move.
Wow.
Leaves McCauley on the ground, span right past him. McCauley wanted the charge, so did most of the Westernport bench, but the referees digress and we continue down the other end. McCauley on the pull-up 2, can't get that one to go, and Ingram fouled on the putback attempt. He's going to go to the line for 2.
What a beautiful spin move by Mitchell Baird on the other end, and put him in the spin cycle.
So some subs here for Westernport, as we suspected. Matthew Turner heading in for Russell Permenter. McCauley checks out, replaced by McAuliffe.
That's not confusing at all.
Not at all, and particularly when they've got 3 Matthews on the roster. Second free throw is good for Ingram. Lead is back to 1 now. Cougars trying to extend here with this possession. Luke Padenborg getting ready to check in for them. Cross-court pass, Adam Anderson for three. That's good. Adam Anderson, another 3-point.
A huge shot and a big defensive lapse for Westernport, leaving a shooter. That's a 6 3-pointer of the night.
6 of 10 from outside on the night for Adam Anderson. Matthew Turner couldn't get the bunny to go in the charge circle, thought he was fouled. Adam Anderson for a 7th. If you don't mind, no problem at all, Adam Anderson.
He's feeling it right now and forces a Westernport timeout. Adam Anderson on a 6-0 personal run.
Timeout for Coach Carwell of the Westernport Steelers, and timely for Adam Anderson. Most of his under 12-2 boys are here to watch him, and he says, you know what, fellas? Have a look at this. 7 made threes on the night already. And that's 14 threes for the Cougars total. 14 of 27, 51% from outside.
Yeah, it's really been two different offensive approaches here. McKinnon relying on the three, as you mentioned, hitting 14 of them. Only 5 threes made for Westernport, but they're getting to the foul line. 12 for 15 from the line and doing more work on the inside. Two different approaches and only a 7-point game.
Well, there's no one way to do things, and what's that old saying? There's no one way to skin a cat. I've never skinned a cat, and I hope to never see one. But we've got a few different ways to play basketball here tonight, and we're definitely having it on show here as the Cougars continue their barrage from outside. Westernport keep pushing it inside the paint, keep getting it to the foul line. 15 free throw attempts. The Cougars, 14 made threes. Westernport have only shot 19. We continue here. It's a 7-point lead for the Cougars. McAuliffe, great backdoor cut and feed by Ingram on the lefty lay-in. No help defense to be found there, and the lead's back to 5.
Well executed ATO by Westernport. Easy two.
Everyone left Mitch Barry wide open, couldn't get the 3-point to go. Westernport come the other end. Ingram on the drive through the trees. Steve Wooten Jr. pulls down the D board.
I think Ingram thought he had some contact there and threw it up.
Steve Wooten Jr. goes right at Turner, couldn't get it to go. Theobald, pull up 2. Good.
Interesting. Lowest percentage shot in basketball. Pull up deep too, but when it goes in, well, 2 more points on the board. Can't argue with that.
Seen a few of them here tonight as Adam Anderson gets all the way inside, couldn't get the flow to the go, pulled down by Theobald. Goes the length of the floor at Mitch Barry, and Steve Wooten Jr. comes across to swat that one away.
Yeah, great help side defense by Wooten Jr. He saw it all along and bailed out McKinnon.
Jack Gayes heads back into the game, see if he can continue his hot streak of shooting. Paul Brotherson taking a rest for the moment. And a bit of contact here with Mitch Barry and Matthew Turner. And Barry's hit the deck quite quickly. It's going to be an illegal screen, or at least a push in the act of it. It's going to be a foul on the Steelers. Mitch Barry does get up eventually, but he's going to be replaced by Josh McQueen via substitution.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a frustration foul there by Matthew Turner. I think he thought he got bumped on the initial screen, and so maybe gave a little extra bump himself. And it's always the retaliation that the refs get. A rule I was taught from a young age. It's never the first one. It's always the retaliation.
Always. It's Adam Anderson finds Josh McQueen on the wing. Back to Adam Anderson. Kick back to Josh McQueen. Great ball movement here for the Cougars outside the arc. Steve Wooten Jr., pull up 3. Short on that attempt, but the yo board from J-Mac. Adam Anderson gets all the way inside, tried to find Payton-Borg. Levi Smith grabbed the rebound instead. Kick out to Anderson, an 8th, you betcha!
Man, a disjointed possession, and who else? Adam Anderson finds himself open again and cans it. His 8th 3 of the night.
Seems like he can't miss right now. And still, a 6-point game only. It's Ingram on the drive, trying to put the moves on Steve Wooten Jr. Theobald thought about it from 3, settles for the long 2. We've got a foul on the floor, I think. Just waiting for the referees to give us something here, and it's going to be a foul on Luke Payton-Borg on the rebound. That's going to be McKinnon's 4th team foul. As Theobald and Ingram take a rest. Ben James and McCauliffe check back into this one. $14 seconds on the shot clock here. Baseline out of bounds for Westernport. McCauliffe straight away 3, no good, but rebounded by McCauley. Gaze thought about the 3. McCauliffe on the drive against J-Mac. Fouled on the spin move, and it's going to put the Cougars into the bonus. McCauliffe going to head to the line for 2 shots here.
And that's been a key part of this offensive attack for Westernport. As we mentioned, 15 free throw attempts so far, which has outpaced McKinnon, and finding themselves in the bonus with 2 minutes to go and a chance to maybe get to the line a couple more times before the end of the quarter.
An interesting substitution here. Russell Permenter heading back into the game, for which will be a defensive possession after this free throw attempt with 3 fouls.
Yeah, he's had a long rest, and he found some success in the first half on the low block and the post. Had a couple nice spin moves to score, but has been quiet since then.
If you're Coach Carl Lowe, you don't want him to pick up a 4th foul going into the 4th quarter anytime soon, and I'm sure that'll see either Matthew Turner or Liam Ingram come back in quite quickly for Permenter. McCauliffe has no issues on the first free throw attempt. 73% shooter from the line. Second one is good. Lead is back to 4 now. Cougars with a chance to extend. Eight seconds left on the clock. J-Mac with a penetration. Dump off to Payton-Borg, and he gets that layup to go. Pace through the ball now for the Steelers. Permenter gets to the foul line, gets the shot go. Gaze tried it on the tip attempt. No good, and is pulled down by J-Mac.
Yeah, good defense by McKinnon. Forces a tough shot there by Permenter, especially coming off the bench after a long rest.
Cougars revisiting this wedge action entry and the handoff and the trail. Luke Payton-Borg, they went with Adam Anderson. They forgot Lukey P could shoot it. Steve Wooten Jr. comes down with the yo board. Steve Wooten Jr. spun out of the help D. And that might be, and it is, 4th foul on Russell Permenter. And he's coming straight back out of the game. The gamble from Coach Carlo didn't quite work.
1 minute of the game time before it picks up the 4th.
Paul Brotherson heading back in to replace, and that might hurt them going into this 4th quarter very shortly. Steve Wooten Jr. gets the first one to go, shooting it from the foul line at about 85% this year. Two of 2 from the line on that one, and he's going to be replaced by Shaq Maharaj. Some early ball screen action here for the Steelers. Try to play through Brotherson. Long two over Payton Ball. Gets that one to go.
The deep twos have been going down for Western Port.
It's been their game today, the 2-point shot. Continued ball pressure here from Western Port, and Shaq Maharaj stepped out of bounds on a road runner catch, and we're going to go back the way of the Steelers. Ball handling duties here for McCauley. A little bit of Spanish pick and roll action early on. They find Brotherson in the corner. 3-point attempt, every part of the rim, and just couldn't fall down. Adam Anderson goes again. Thought he was fouled in the act of shooting. That's 9 made threes on the contest for Adam Anderson. He leads all scorers with 28 points through 3 quarters in this contest. 9 of 13 from 3, Morgan Edwards.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have words.
Legitimately, and you're a shooter yourself, Morgan.
I am.
What does it take to feel that hot from outside the arc?
It's just being in a zone, you know, and I'm smiling because I know that feeling, and it's special. And Adam Anderson has that feeling more often than most people because of the way he can shoot the ball, but you can see the confidence he has. He's actively hunting a shot. He's always hunting a shot, but especially now, there's no thought process whatsoever. The flow state, you know, you're catching, you're in rhythm, and you're just shooting. There's no thought at all. Absolutely incredible shooting performance so far tonight from the Cougars, let alone Adam Anderson, who's 9 of 13 from outside the arc for 28 points. Got himself 3 steals to go along with it. Steve Wooten Jr., 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Mitchell Barry doing a little bit of everything, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists to his name as well. And it's going to be Paul Brotherson who leads the way for the Western Port Steelers, 13 points and 5 rebounds. Matthew McCauliffe, 11 points off the bench, 1 of 3 from outside. And Jack Gay is 3 of 6 from the land of plenty. And only 5 of 21 from outside are the Western Port Steelers. 5 of 21 for 23%. The Cougars, 16 of 32 from 3, 50% on the dot, Morgan. Yeah, it's been an odd game. It just, every quarter has had a similar flow where it feels like McKinnon are in the driver's seat, and I think it's because McKinnon have been scoring very loud buckets, I would say. Many of those being threes and rhythm threes by Adam Anderson, whereas Western Port have quietly but still relentlessly sort of chipped away and hung in there, keeping the lead under 10. And they're doing it with a mix of a couple threes, but mainly deep twos, mid-range jumpers, occasional layups, and getting to the free throw line, and that smorgasbord of scoring has kept them in this game. Well, you mentioned it. The 18 of 31 the Steelers are from inside at 58%, plus 10 on free throw attempts. So we do know that threes are worth more than 2, which is probably why the Cougars are up 9 right now. But Western Port doing everything they can to keep that deficit down as McCauley tries to open it up with a 3-point shot, which is no good. It's kicked out to Brotherson. Eventually, back in the hands of McCauley. Tries again. Front of the rim, no good, and Shaq Maharaj pulls down the rebound. Yeah, 2 good looks for McCauley, and Western Port wasn't able to connect. 2 very good looks, and you can't hope for much more than that. You get your good looks, you shoot them, you hope they go down, and if they don't, they're just going to keep having to get to the foul line. Levi Smith tries to find Payton Borg on the roll. Shaq Maharaj picked up the deflection, and then he's going to travel. So we're going to go back to the hands of the Western Port Steelers and try and bring this deficit of 9 back down to 7 or 6. Or 8 if they go to the foul line and make 1. or 5 if they hit a 4-point play.
We're just going through all the sorts of scenarios.
Aren't we good at math?
Anything can happen today, as we've seen so far tonight. Adam Anderson putting on a clinic from outside. And right back at you, Ben James on the 3-point attempt, catch and shoot.
First field goal attempt of the night.
And first make is 1 of 1 is Ben James. Opens up his scoring account very timely from outside. Shaq Maharaj finds his way inside. Luke Painterborg in the O-board. And he gets that one to go on the O-board putback. Taken away by Levi Smith on the skip pass. And it's going to be an offensive foul called on Levi Smith. Go ahead. Love to get an explanation on that one. What did you see, Morgan?
I know we're supposed to, not rag on the refs too much, but that was a terrible call. I'll just say it. Certainly there's mutual contact there, but there's no way that can be an offensive foul. Levi Smith was firmly in front of the defender, and the defender's tugging him backward. You're fully entitled to your right to slap off the defender's arms when they're tugging at you, but clearly I did not share the same view as the referee. I digress.
We digress, and that's why they wear the shirts and we don't. So referees make the call, and we go down the other end. The Western Port can't capitalise on that possession there. As we go the other way with the Cougars, 8-point lead to them. Ball screen for Adam Anderson. Tries to pick up where he left off. Got nothing but net, but didn't get over the front of the rim. As Shaq Maharaj picks up the air ball, tries to put back and gets fouled in the process. He's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and Adam Anderson hunting his shot, rightfully so, and Shaq on cleanup duty there, and that's what he does. He's been really picking up. He had 20 boards, I believe, last week. He's leading the team in rebounding, and that was a key offensive rebound there, and earned himself a trip for 2.
We've got a timeout here for the Western Port Steelers. 8-point game the way of the Cougars. What do we think Coach Carl Lowe wants to talk about here?
Well, so far it's only been 2 minutes in this fourth quarter, but Western Port have done a good job limiting Adam Anderson's looks. It was probably the least clean look that he's gotten all night coming off of the screen. But offensively, Western Port seem to be getting good looks. McCauley missed a couple open ones early. Then Ben James knocked down an open one. So they're getting the kind of looks that they like. It's just a matter of executing.
You'd imagine they need some more shooting from their teammates. Jack Gaze obviously with the 3 threes. McCauley with the 1. And Ben James chiming in this quarter as well, but just not enough from 3, and maybe they just need to continue on the foul line.
Yeah, it's been a very balanced attack, and no one really jumping out and leading the charge in the way that Anderson has for McKinnon. For Western Port, the leading scorer is Brotherson with 13.
And he hasn't had a 3 yet.
Correct.
He's hit a very long 2. We did see that. Shaq Maharaj is good on the first free throw attempt. 76% shooter from the foul line, and gets that second one to go with no problems at all. Lead is now 10 to the Cougars. Touch over 7.5 to play left in this one. Woodall gets the steal. Goes the other end. Up to Maharaj. Alley-oop is good. We'll call that a baby dunk.
Defense to offense. Excellent job by McKinnon.
Brotherson on the drive against Woodall. Gets to the left hand and gets the lay-in. He's up to 15 now. Kick ahead pass. Touchdown Cougars.
Wow, it's been a blistering pace here all of a sudden.
Brotherson and McCauley, 2-player action. Finds Brotherson. Then James on the cut. Wanted the foul but didn't get anything. Cougars try again. 2 touchdowns on the bounce. And 1. Shaq Maharaj makes the bucket and the touchdown. Field goal attempt coming. I'm full of them. You keep asking them, I'm full of them.
The extra point, wow.
PAT incoming.
What a turn of events here. I mean, we had a, 6 or 7 point game, and all of a sudden it's ballooned to 14. Shaq Maharaj has a chance to make it 15, and he's been leaking out, and Mitchell Berry's been hitting him with, as you say, American football passes, and wow, I mean, it's been a real change of events here.
And it's just that defensive intensity. Cougars getting stops, allowing them to push on the other end. McCauley for three. No good. Still can't get one to connect. Fouls in transition here. Refs potentially on the same page here. Blocking foul, and we're going to go the other way. Cougars ball. McCauley checks out of this one. Theobald comes in to replace. 14 fouls already for the Steelers, just one to the Cougars. Next one puts the Steelers in a bonus. Adam Anderson for three again. Short on that occasion. Mitchell Barry with the offensive rebound. Steve Wooten Jr. on the push. Shaq Maharaj on the rebound. May have fouled. We've seen Ben James hit the floor in a hurry. Referees just want to discuss this one here. They're going to count the points, but they're also going to count a foul on Shaq Maharaj. 16-point game to the Cougars. Excitement starting to build in here, GSAP. And great take by Matthew McCall, who gets the 2 points and brings the lead back down to 14.
McKinnon have to be careful in the foul game here, as Westernport have had success from the foul line, and fouls will be their best friend here, stopping the clock down the stretch.
We've seen it happen at GSAC before in late games in both the men's and women's competition, where being in the bonus can really hurt you late game. It's Mitch Barry on the 45 cut. Gets that one to go. Nice floater. And we've got a violation of some sort. Didn't quite catch it out of the corner of my eye.
It looked like Jack Gaze was inbounding, and he stepped over the line.
Over the line on the inbounds.
He was trying to do his best Josh Allen impression, and he actually made an excellent pass, 70 feet down the court, but stepped too far into the pocket.
Almost a Mitch Barry impression at this point. Shaq Maharaj receives the inbound into Adam Anderson. Finds Steve Wooten Jr. on the low block. Turn around. Floater. Floater hooks something or other, but gets it to go. Unorthodox Steve Wooten Jr. It's 2 points nonetheless. The lead is now at 18, the largest of the game. Theobald, two-player action. Finds James for three again. No good on that one, a little long, and Nick Woodall pulls down the rebound. Remember, Permenters had checked into this game with the 4 fouls. Anderson, corner three. You betcha, that's 10 on the night. Adam Anderson. Timeout, Westernport. He's seen enough.
And that might be the dagger right there. Felt like Westernport maybe could have hung around, but that's a demoralizing 3. 10 threes from Adam Anderson. He's having a day.
All by himself, Adam Anderson may have just put this game out of reach. The lead is all the way up to 21, and it's 10 made 3-point baskets for Adam Anderson.
And just a huge mistake for Westernport.
16 attempts.
16.
And he was wide open on that last one.
Wide open. Yeah, that's, I mean, you would have thought that after, well, even just coming into the game, he would be on the scout as a run off the line kind of guy, but let alone after the first quarter when he hit a few, let alone when he's taken 16 threes, and we're not even finished yet. But alas, he's finding himself open, and credit to him for continuing to relocate and find open looks, and he's knocking them down. Absolutely incredible shooting display here tonight so far from Adam Anderson.
He's got 31. It's Jake McCoy, who's only connected on the 1-3 tonight. He's 1 of 8 from outside. Ben James, 1 of 2. Matt McCauley, 1 of 3. Jack Gaze has 3 of 6, but sitting out of this one at the moment. Tick over 5 minutes left to play. It's Theobald with ball handling duties here. James on the drive, tries a reverse layup, thought he was fouled, no good. Adam Anderson, Steve Wooten Jr. They do well not to leave Adam Anderson on that one, thought it was going to be a give and go. Fine Brotherson on the drive, on the cut rather, but great pass, great connection and great layup.
Still time remaining. I mean, it's a difficult comeback, but stranger things have happened. 4.5 minutes. It's a lot of time.
They sure have. As Mitch Barry gets all the way to the rim. Steve Wooten Jr. No good on the three-point attempt. Shaq Maharaj called for the flop. Mitch Barry, deep three. Foul is good. L1. Is there a foul on Mitch Barry or a foul on the rebound? We'll just wait for the referees to defer. It's a foul on Ben James. On the rebound, I believe.
Well, it looks like one referee called a flop warning on Shaq Maharaj. The other referee rewarded Shaq with 2 free throws. So you choose.
So they've counted the three-point basket as the foul was on the rebound attempt after the shot was in the air. So it's 3 points plus 2 free throws for Shaq Maharaj.
5-point possession. That's huge.
Yeah, massive point swing in the grand scheme of things and makes this comeback just a little bit harder for the Western Port Steelers, like it wasn't hard already. Lead is 24 for the Cougars. As a 3-point bang bomb from Liam Ingram all the way from downtown.
And he gets him up. He's not the most accurate three-point shooter, shooting 21% in the season, but fearless taking them.
Mitch Barry all the way to the rim. Foul is on the floor, so I don't think they're going to count the basket. But it's bonus free throws anyway. Western Port over the limit, and Mitch Barry's going to head to the line for 2. Liam McDonald heading back in for this one for the Steelers. Benjamin James taking a rest. Mitchell Barry no good on the first free throw attempt. Just a 67% foul shooter this season, but good on the second. 98 plays 77. 99 rather. It's a 22-point lead. Great hustle from Shaq Maharaj to get after it. And I think we've got a foul on the loose ball.
Where?
The referees want to talk it over. Referee's going to digress and upgrade it to an unsportsmanlike foul. I'm not 1,000% sure on the different categories of the unsportsmanlike foul, but I believe one is excessive force or excessive contact, and it almost I'm not sure where this one falls into that.
Well, I feel like Jeff Van Gundy right now, where I said, "What is excessive? What does that even mean? You know, what is a hostile act?"
That's a great quote from you. Yeah, I kind of just thought it was two dudes going at it.
That's exactly what it was. I'm surprised. I mean, the tone of this game has already been set. It didn't seem anything out of ordinary from what's already happened in the prior 35 minutes, but once again, not our call, and McKinnon benefit from it. They get 2 free throws and the ball.
So McKinnon resume with their ball on the sideline out of bounds. 14 left on the clock. Finds Stephen Wood Jr. on the skip pass. No good on the three-point attempt. Rebound by Permenter. And the Steelers are away the other end. Long two. No good by Theobald on that attempt. Anderson thought about the pull-up three. Defers back to Wooden Jr. Wants to get another one up. Closely defended by the Steelers. Finds Steve Wooden Jr. on the bounce pass. He gets that one to go for three, Steve Wooden Jr.
And Adam Anderson's laughing about that. It was a little bit of a Harlem Globetrotter circus possession, and they end up getting a three out of it.
Ingram tries to get one back for the Steelers. Couldn't get it to go. Anderson, pull-up three. Little short on that occasion. Theobald goes the other end. No-look pass. Great dime and great finish.
Yeah, it's a nice
by Permenter. That's going to be the final timeout of the game for Western Port Steelers. Cougars yet to call one in this half, and I think we're going to have some late game substitutions, at least on the McKinnon side of things.
Well, this game really just got away in the fourth quarter. It felt even, relatively even through the first three, and Western Port was doing just enough to stick around. 2-3 possession game, never letting it balloon past 10, and all of a sudden we look up and it's a 25-point lead. So McKinnon just proving too much. I mean, they've kept up their excellent shooting. Shooting 44% from the field, but of note, that was Western Port. Shooting 47% from the field and almost 50% from three, 19 for 40. And
19 of 40.
You'll win a lot of games when you're doing that.
It's utterly ridiculous, if I don't say so myself. We've got 19 assists on 36 made baskets. Just the 10 assists on 29 for the Steelers, but 17 free throw attempts helping them out in this one. So the Cougars are up by 25, and they're +9 on the boards in this one as well. Mitchell Barry all the way to the rim, and an unsportsmanlike foul as he almost gets his head taken off by Permenter, and
yeah, that was a human guillotine.
Yeah, that was maybe inadvertent. I don't know if he meant to take. I think he was just trying to take a foul, but I don't think he meant to take his head off.
Fifth and final foul. Number 45,
Nonetheless, Mitch Barry looks a little bit out of sorts here. Needs to sit down. We hope he's okay. So the substitution, Levi Smith's going to come in and shoot two. Hits the first but misses the second. And with the unsportsmanlike foul, it's going to be McKinnon basketball again on the sideline. Got Josh McQueen, Nate Raymond, Levi Smith, Nick Woodall, and Hugh Romance out here for the Cougars. As Nick Woodall pull up three, good, gets that one to go. It's Nick Woodall up to 9 points in this contest. McCauley, two-player action with Turner. Couldn't find anything around the rim on that three-point attempt. Woodall pulls down the board. Levi Smith, two-player game with Hugh Romance. Finds him on the roll. Blocked by Ingram, who comes across from the weak side. Euro step on Woodall all the way to the rim. Couldn't get that one to go, and we're just about 90 seconds left in this one. Ball in the hands of Nick Woodall. Gets it inside, reverse layup attempt, and fouled in the process. Seemed like everything stopped, including Nick Woodall in midair, just for a moment.
Yeah, and I think when the crowd's quiet, I don't think anyone really processed what just happened. That's an N1, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely, that's an N1, and Nick Woodall's going to go to the line for one more. He's got 11 already. Make it 12. Hasn't missed from the field, hasn't missed from the foul line. Has 5 rebounds to go along with it. And 3 assists.
6 players in double figures for McKinnon.
Incredible. Ingram on the low block against Josh McQueen. Woodall came over to help. Ingram stayed with the miss and gets it to go. 111 plays 81. It's a 30-point lead here for the Cougars. Nick Woodall, kick out to J-Mac. That 3 is short. Shoe Romance on the O-board. Puts it back up, blocked by Turner. Turner from deep. No good, misses everything but the backboard. Woodall pulls down the rebound, number 6 on the night. One-on-one with Brotherson. Tried to find some help, blocked by Turner, and we've got a foul, I think, on the shot. And it's going to be on Turner. Got the wrist of Woodall on the way up, and Woodall's going to shoot 2.
And this game's really turned into a repeat of their first matchup. That first matchup, 115 to 84, McKinnon on top, and here we have 111 to 81.
Incredible. We wouldn't have thought so through 3 quarters, or at least through 2. It was a 10-point game at the first quarter, then just a 6-point game at halftime. Back out to 9 by the third quarter, and all of a sudden it's a 30-point game.
Yeah, and McKinnon that first game, 19 for 34 from 3. Here they're 20 for 42. I mean, remarkably similar outcomes.
Incredible. They must love shooting it against the Cougars. And we're done here for the final game of regular season action in the BigV competition. That's the McKinnon Cougars of the men's competition against Western Port, 111 to 81 as we wrap up here. Started off a closely contested game, but not to be in the end of it, Morgan Edwards. It's 111-81. Adam Anderson, the story of the night. 31 points, 10 of 17 from outside. It was Steve Wooden Jr., 26 points, 4 of 11 from outside and 9 rebounds. Shaq Maharaj had himself a double-double with 13 and 10. On the Western Port side of things, it was Paul Brotherson who led the way with 17 points, 5 rebounds. Liam Ingram had himself 12 points, 8 rebounds. And Jack Gay is 3 of 6 from outside with 9 points on the contest. And that's going to do us all for regular season action of the BigV season here at Glenara Sports and Aquatic Centre. We hope to see you throughout the finals. It's been a pleasure, Morgan Edwards, sharing the booth with you once again.
Likewise. Yeah, it's been great. A great pass it off to me. I'll finish the alley-oop. A couple great games in McKinnon. They lock up the second seed here for finals, and so maybe we'll be back on the mic together again shortly.
Well, they secure a home final for next week, so we may see you then, Morgan Edwards. Daniel Gincino, Morgan Edwards, as we just mentioned, I completely botched that. It's been a long night. We hope to see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Goodbye for now.